good friend of mine, co-founder of the Comedy class. Make some noise for Jim Wallis! Oh, thank you. That stopped pretty quick, but all right, thank you. It's great to be here. The Comic Strip Live. The comic strip. In all the world, and all the strips, this ain't the worst one to be in. No, alright, don't worry. The bombing here stops in 9 minutes. It's gonna be alright. I get told all the time that I look like Edward Norton. I disagree. I think I look like a really drunk Rachel Maddow. I'm getting old, and I know it because all the music I like gets played at the drugstore. Like now when I listen to Tupac, I'm waiting for some nice lady to unlock the Rogaine. Oh, I'll take the foaming solution, please. Wu-Tang, you know. It's great. No, I have my hair, but my forehead grows an inch every year. If you look at pictures of me 5 years in a row, it looks like I'm gaining mental powers. It's like the backstory of a villain. I'm evolving into like one of those little aliens. That's what's happening. My body's shrinking, my head's getting bigger. There are no aliens. There's just middle-aged guys who don't want to get their picture taken anymore. Enough about me. How are you guys doing? We good? How's New York treating you? It feels a little Will and Jada sometimes, doesn't it? Yeah, you got a great career, but you're still walking around crying and shit. You're Will. You're Will. And New York's like, you can stay. Just keep making money. New York's too expensive, man. Too expensive. The only thing free you can do in New York is complain about New York. You file a 311 complaint, send that off, nothing happens. You're better off trying to write your own horoscope. Taurus, that's what you're driving, you broke son of a bitch. It's alright. I used to have a corporate job. Anybody else? Just full of that joy? There you go, thanks. One person, everybody's unemployed. It's alright, time's your time. I used to have a corporate job, and it taught me something very important, that you don't have to be that smart to have a corporate job. You only have to do one thing kind of well that nobody else wants to do. That's how you get, but here's how I got by and got ahead in the corporate world. I was pretty good at my job, but another guy was a little bit better. But then our company found out that that guy had been exposing himself to all the Quick Check cashiers in New Brunswick, New Jersey. So guess who got the promotion? That's right, thank you. Because I did the one thing that nobody else thought to do. Skip out on the background check. That's right, baby. That's right. Corporate job. I'll tell you what else. I like being married. Anybody? Ooh, fellas, don't incriminate yourself. I like being married, man. I like it a lot. There's something they don't. I'll tell you what. I'm not jealous of all you single guys. Hell no. I met my wife right around the time the whole Harvey Weinstein thing was blowing up. I was like, yep. This seems like a good time to drop anchor. Like, I'm not a creep, but I drink and I leave voicemails. Out of here, man. Out of here. There's a single guy my age that lives downstairs from us, and he likes to sing alone at night in his apartment. Right? Isn't that nice? No, I don't mind it. I'm worried for the night when the singing stops, and then all of a sudden I'm on the cleanup crew. Are you in there, Steve? How you doing, buddy? Everything okay? Give us a little more Fiddler on the Roof at 2 a.m. We love that shit. Swipe right on your dreams, buddy. Not jealous. Being married's great, man. Here's something, here, school's in. Here's something great they don't tell you about being married. You only have to worry about pissing off one person for the rest of your life. It's amazing. How fast was I going, officer? I don't know. Why don't you check with her? She clocked that shit like 10 miles ago. Seems to be a conference you two need to have. Being married's great, though. Don't let anybody tell you that. Being married makes you a team, right? Being married makes you a team. Like in my house, my wife is pregnant, and I am in my 40s and I keep throwing my back out, so nobody can put on socks. We just go around barefoot like orphans from A Christmas Carol. Like, more porridge, son. Like, but we gotta help each other out. Every once in a while, one of us yells in the bedroom like, "Babe!" And then the other one's gotta we roll back on the bed. And the other one's gotta put the socks. It's like putting a pillowcase on a flipped sea turtle. It doesn't. It's not great. It's not the best, but it makes you a team, and you make all of your decisions together. Usually, while one of you is taking a piss. That's how that works. You make decisions, but guys, ladies and guys, we make decisions differently. Right? Like my wife, like I'll ask her a question, like, "Hey babe, what do we got going on this weekend?" And she'll say things like, "Well, Mike and Stephanie booked a trip to Bali next summer, and my parents just redid the upstairs bathroom." Like, what are these, clues? Does the next one rhyme? What the fuck am I supposed to? And then I learned when she asked me questions, I'm not supposed to answer. Remember this shit, fellas. I'm not supposed to answer. I'm just supposed to pay attention to what she said and repeat it back to her so she can agree with herself. Like, she's asking questions like, hey babe, should I wear flats or heels with this skirt? Like, a question that only a madman would try to answer. So here's the technique. I just repeat the last 3 words that I heard. I'm like, skirt, heels, where? And she's like, oh my God, you are so good at this. That's why I love you. Thanks, boo-boo. I shouldn't pick up my wife. She's lovely. She's the best person I ever met. She's lovely. She's a lovely and talented artist. Also, right? Isn't that when you're supposed to clap? You fucking ignorant. I'm just kidding. She's a lovely and talented artist, but sometimes she's a little bit too much of an artist, like financially. The other week, my wife told me that money was just energy changing hands. That's the scariest shit you can hear from somebody you share a checking account with. That's like if the pilot of your plane got on the loudspeaker and was like, "All right, everybody, I think we can agree that gravity is largely a philosophy. And what's really going to get us on the ground today is our collective positive attitude. I put a safe landing out in the universe. Buckle up, namaste." Spent $17 last week on a jar of almond butter. Raise your hand if you know what almond butter is. That's right, it's peanut butter for assholes. She's wonderful. I'll tell you where else I lucked out. I lucked out in the in-law department. I did. I lucked out with the in-laws, man. They're wonderful people. They're fun people. We do stuff. We watch Jeopardy together, and then we hang out for Wheel of Fortune to feel better about ourselves. Don't laugh, dummies. You do it too. I lucked out in the in-law department. Every time I go to the house, my father-in-law has got a fresh case of beer in the fridge. But I'm the only one who drinks a lot of beer, so I think it's a trap. They won't catch me. I'm too smart. I hide my empties all over the house like a shit-faced Easter bunny. My favorite place is behind the piano. I've been going there for 10 years. We haven't gathered up like the Von Trapps. We busted out some tunes recently. It's good, though. It's good. It's very good. I'm just teaching you guys everything. Write this shit down. You got a sweater vest on. You seem smart. You do? Yeah. All right. Man, he's a fucking fantasy football league commissioner. Just the most. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's like Brady sucks 69, and I'm going to all the answers with him. Now, it's good to marry into a family where one of the families has a room with a piano in the house, right? Because when the other family has a picture of a stadium in the living room from a town they already live in, you know who's paying for the wedding. That's all I'm saying. But it's true, man. I'm going to be a father pretty soon. Going to be a dad. That's right. And I only got one thing left to do, and that's grow a mustache. All the legends had mustaches. That's right, all the best dads. It was necessary. In the 80s, a dad's mustache would filter like asbestos and Marlboro smoke and make for healthy babies. Now, that's why all the little kids now got all these bitchy little allergies, because dads don't have mustaches anymore. This generational weakness. If you have a peanut allergy, your dad can't connect the shit. I'll say this, if you were born before 1985, no matter what, you owe Tom Selleck a thank you card on your own birthday. That was for the ladies. That's right, that's for the ladies. I will say this, the most fascinating person when you have a baby is your own mother, because she becomes a full witch. She's casting spells, she's seeing signs. She's like, a blue jay landed on the mailbox the other day. That baby's gonna have huge balls. I'm like, that makes sense, Marianne. It does. He does, too. He did a sonogram picture. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That kid has 2 brains. Looked like he had a chimp and a leg lock. It was fucking unbelievable. I'm proud, kind of, but it's like, it's like putting a V8 in a Prius. I'm like, what the fuck? It's a car joke, right, ladies? Yeah, good one headband, Jimbo. She's an amazing lady. My mother can do whatever she wants. She raised us. She raised 3 boys. 3 boys. Her job was masturbation referee. She'd go out, she'd be like, every shower in the house is running. You sit your ass where I can see you. That's too many men on the field. My mother can do whatever she wants, man. She had me via C-section in the 70s. You know what that's like in the movies when they like catch the shark and hang it up and cut it open and an old tire falls out and a Delaware license plate. Meanwhile, some guys in the back like, that's not the one you want, Chief. The one you want out there watching Magnum P.I. I will say this, everyone's asking us, I think people are trying to scare us into being ready, right? Like everyone's like, your whole life's gonna change. I'm like, first of all, there's nothing in my life that shouldn't change. There's nothing about 8 hours of Batman movies on Sunday trying to fight a hangover that this country needs. You know what I mean? But the scariest one was my buddy said, he's like, hey man, now you're gonna find out what all that stuff really does. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's like finding out Reese's Cups work better on burns, That's my favorite joke. I'm ending on that. Thank you guys very much. I'm Jim Wallis. Good night.